Hey YouTube, it is King here with another Mono Green Aggro. So I've recorded this before and put it on YouTube, but this is an updated version. I feel like this deck has done very well the last few weeks or so in M21 Standard, and yeah, we're just going to take it for a spin. I'm actually going to be recording 3 different decks today. So this is the green deck. I also have a mono red deck and mono black deck. All 3 are obviously single color. The mana base for the aggressive decks in this format are just not that good. So let's just jump right into it. But before we do, please comment, subscribe, check out my Twitch. On the first screen there, you saw the times I'm going to be on there. It means a lot to me. Anything in the comment section for things you want to change or anything like that, or not you change, but you let me know things that I could change. I'm still new to this. In fact, I'm actually streaming for the first time with Streamlabs OBS, so I'm hoping nothing crazy happens that's wrong with that. But yeah, just trying to get better and improve my content for you guys. Okay, let's dive right in. Let's do at least 3 matches with each. These are all aggressive decks. Strongly consider eating the avocados in the fridge. Do it. Send it. Full send. We don't consider things. We just do. One more land. We could keep this. Sadly, we cannot. This is fine. Might be another. I feel like Rakdos is probably something that's really good against this deck. So, hoping to avoid that matchup at all costs. Pelty, Pelty. Ooh, that's pretty good. My turn. So, Questing Beast, and attack with just Questing Beast. I am slightly worried that he has the 3-drop to give that flying, but we're currently racing that, so I'm not too worried about it. It does attack for 10 though. It is a 2-turn clock, so that is something to be a little worried about. Ooh. Does he play main deck removal that can kill Questing Beast? That is the question. Grasp of Darkness, I believe, is the only spell they play in the main deck. So if I go for Primal Might, it could turn out pretty bad. Only this runs Grasp, only just 1. Yeah, I'm thinking it's either 1 or 2. It's not very many. So if he obviously can pump it. I think it's still just this. Target creature deals damage. So this still can kill the Raging Regisaur.
With the arc bow at my side,
so target deals this.
watch out.
Death Touch is definitely a thing. Now if I attack all, I'm kind of thinking he has to pump and block Questing Beast so they would trade. Can he afford to pump and block Pelt Collector? If he does, he's taking 7. If he plays the 2-drop, that is a 3/1 that gives Death Touch and Lifelink, he still only can kill one of my guys. Yeah, this is a fine attack. Yeah, it looks like he's going the pump and take 7. Scavenger Ooze is a great draw. If I don't draw it, I still have pretty good attacks. Yeah, Primal Might's pretty good here. Spawn. I think because he did that, he's just dead. This gives trample, right? I didn't even play a spell. Oh, poor opponent. Poor opponent. Okay. Let's go right to sideboard games here. Elder. Okay, Harpooner's not that good. Razor. He does play Stonecoil Serpent, right? If you play Stonecoil Serpent, do we keep Razor in? Gem Razor? If that's the case, what do we cut? We're on the draw. Actually, I don't want these on the draw. Lovestruck and Yorvo are just really big, and I kind of want them. True, true. Gem Razor also gives reach. If they normally bring in Disfigure, then do we just cut down on the small things? 1 more minute to decide. 3 cards. So we brought in a lot of removal. So I'm gonna cut 1 Vivian, 1 Ram through, and 1 Gem Razor. No, I'm gonna cut both Vivians. Bring the Ram through back in. I think us being on the draw, we really want to have most of our stuff cost very little. That's kind of the goal here. Yeah, I wasn't positive. I do think that their 3 mana 4/4 trampling huge flyer is a big deal, but we shall see how this goes. We're just gonna go straight to attacks here. He doesn't play anything besides that 3/1, and I'm fine trading for that. Primal Might, considering it's our only removal spell, is going to be directed toward a big threat. Not something small. Now the question is, do I Stonecoil or do I Lovestruck? If I Lovestruck, I can Great Henge next turn. But what are the chances he doesn't have a kill spell, right? Pretty small. But if he does kill this, that means he's not killing these. I think it's fine. If he wants to spend any of his mana to kill a creature not attacking this turn, I'm okay with that. Any of these blocks are fine with me. Okay. If he doesn't kill Lovestruck Beast, we can slam a Henge, and I'm not sure how he beats a Henge. Okay. So we get to slam a Henge. We get to do this for 1. Have this kill this. Then just bash in. Next opponent. And the turn. That was a swing. Yeah. So it's gonna enter with a counter, so it will grow Pel Collector, I do believe. Guess not. It comes in and then it gets a counter. Shucks. Let's go to combat. He doesn't know we have another one. I'm still gonna play this even if it's a 1-1. He's so close to dead, and this is gonna draw us another card anyway. Oh, Questing Beast. Silly card, you. Sweet. So 1-0, 1-0. We're gonna do 3 matches with each of these one of these decks, because they're pretty aggressive. Let's go right back into it. Yeah, Termagant. I've been really impressed with green aggro. I think it might be the tier 1.5 aggressive deck in the format. It kind of reminds me of Gruul aggro in Historic, where it's just playing like the best creatures on rate, and like this, it just gets bigger. Troll's probably one of the least impressive cards in the deck, but it's still 2 mana 3/3, which is fine. I do agree that Embercleave, specifically the card Embercleave, makes mono red scarier overall. Yeah, getting Ooze in M21 was a big game. Wow! Okay, opponent. Main deck, Lava Coil. I think it's Love Struck. And then next turn make a 1/1 so we can attack. I don't know, that might be pretty aggressive against a shock deck, but I just feel like this can race pretty hard depending on what his hand's like. Yeah, I was thinking he's a Phoenix deck. I just feel like we have to race this. I'm kind of hoping that this lives somehow, but we'll see. I'm not super hopeful. Yeah, another shock. If that's the case, I think this Ooze should be safe. Do I eat now? I don't think so. It does mean I have to play around a shock, but oh man. I think we have to draw a 1/1 in some capacity somehow. If I ate his, it still would have done 3 damage. Like if I ate an instant or sorcery. So removal spell or a 1/1. Even a 1/1's not good enough. Yeah, we're just dead to the flyer. Well, that was a beating by 1 card. And the funny thing is, I don't think that it's even I don't think it's even that good. The fact that his shocks just lined up so good against our board. So the big, huge creatures on the ground aren't that good. Bring in our removal spells. And then stuff that gains life. He's also playing blue. So these are good. 6 cards I have to cut. Stone Cold Serpent can block. Oh man, it can actually block that indefinitely, even as like a 1/1. I mean, it would die to a shock, but if I make it like a 3/3, that'd be pretty good. Maybe Elder's too slow. It feels too slow. I don't think this is a matchup for giant random 5/5s or 4/4s that become 5/5s. Scavenging Ooze seems really good. Trading our smaller creatures seems good. I'm gonna cut a Hinge. And I'm gonna cut a Gem Razor. Because this has reach as well. I'm actually gonna cut 2 Gem Razors. I'm gonna bring in, this has reach. This necessarily won't kill anything, it's kind of like too slow. I think this is fine. We'll see. I've never really versed this prowess deck. I've seen it a few times on YouTube and stuff, but I've never actually played against it. Seems good. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna keep this. Their small removals aren't good at all. I could easily draw a bunch of forests and lose. That's 100% possible. But I think it requires drawing another forest here for us just to be stone cold dead. He's gonna have to have Lava Coil for this, and then not just be stone cold dead to this. Man, that's a lot of lands. I mean, I did keep it, I guess. It was land heavy. I was hoping to draw some spells. Yep, Lava Coil. See if he's got something for this. This does have reach. That's frustrating. Isn't there a 1 mana green spell that is sacrifice a creature with flying? I don't think it's good enough at all, but that'd be kind of funny here. So I have to block. And I'm going to block the entity, I believe. I'm going to gain 3 life. Actually, I might just block Sprite. Oh man. I think this deck just runs every 1 mana sorcery or instant in blue and red, right? So 6/6, gain 3, go to 12. I'm still dead to Xaxes. Yes, yes, good game. Well, 1-1, 1-1. This... That hand might have been on me, honestly. I just saw the fact that Shock wouldn't be specifically good against us there, and I just kept it on that strength and just drew 3 lands, it died. 1-1, 1-1. One more, see if we can get that 2-1. Yeah, knowing we had Stone Cold Serpent in the deck, it's a possibility that we should have mulliganed a little more aggressively. I'll keep this. I'm going to play Stone Cold on 2. I'm not going to play it as a 1-1. I cannot pronounce this name. Venezuela is the only thing I can really get from this. And our opponent has no sleeves. It's funny. It was just funny because, like, in Arena, obviously you don't require sleeves, everything's digital, but I just think it's funny when people don't play with, like, the free ones they give you and stuff. I mean, I'm a pleb, and I just buy them, but I actually bought the green god, what is this called, Nylea, for this deck, and I bought the red god for the red deck, and the black one for the black deck we're going to be playing later today. Well, our opponent might not be here. Well, they clicked something, so I assume they are. Well, I'll take this second to go back to the screen and say that if you want to tune in anytime on Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 10 p.m. should be on. And Saturday and Sundays, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Twitch. It's going to be Dark Rouge _King. If you just type it in there, you'll find me. So go ahead. And then... oh, he is here. Maybe? I also have a Twitter. I post on here when I'm going to be on generally. Let's play this to the 2-2. Our opponent is taking all the times. I don't think it's worth doing that yet. I'm just gonna attack. Ooh, that's a beating. It's gonna be able to kill our serpent. Luckily there's no counters on the Scoos, so it's still a 4-4. We're not gonna be trading though. We should do a creature there. Yeah, if he wants to trade 2 creatures, actually kind of 3 for 1, or trade 2 for 1, I'm fine with that. Or he can chump block, which means he might have a removal spell. What do we got? Is he also going to Primal Might us? That card's so good. No, nothing? Okay, well in that case we are going to play this for 4. Target trample, no. So this guy, I'm not sure what he could have here. He could eat our serpent and become a 5/5. Gain a life, I guess. Yeah, seems good. Trade for either of our creatures here. Obviously, we could just be dead if we don't draw anything in the next few turns, depending on what his hand's like. but I don't think not attacking here is right. I think he might be correct there in blocking the Yorvo, because I doubt, like, it's unlikely for me to have multiple Yorvos, or at least not 4, and I definitely have 4 Questing Beast. That's a pretty good draw. I'm actually going to attack first, and then play Ooze, because he is less likely to block. I'll play Ooze first. So I'm just going to eat all the things. I'm going to eat now, because I want to not have to fight over it with another Ooze. I'll leave the last one. And if he plays an Ooze, I'll eat it in response. One, 2, 3 left. So this is going to become an 8/8. Yep, another Ooze, so there's only 3 left. So if I eat one, he can eat 2 and become a 4/4. Because I get to untap, I'm just going to eat whatever he eats in response. He can eat in response to that, and I don't want any bigger. Yeah, I just eat one now. If there was 4 creatures, I would just pass to my turn, but the fact there was only 3. This little, like, Ooze battle is pretty funny, though, not gonna lie. They're gonna eat my problem, mate. So... Go to combat attack, mine's just bigger. Damage. Throw that troll out there. End the turn. Okay, so we're looking pretty solid for a 2-in-1 finish with this deck. Okay. Are they both attacking? Just Questing Beast? No blocks. Yeah. Attack, they trade. This gets bigger. Comes to 6/6. It's not worth it. Just pass the turn again. I don't have to block yet, but if I keep drawing lands, this could get ugly fast. No blocks. Hopefully he has 2 Questing Beast sand. I can't attack his creatures. No, you don't attack creatures, you attack the player, and then he can choose to block or not. Yu-Gi-Oh! I think is the one where you attack creatures themselves. My turn. So I'm just going to make an 8/8. No attacks. There's a chance I should have left one open. Because if he attacks and I block and I lose 2 creatures. So if he attacks the Questing Beast, I don't think I block again. I can take 4 and I need my Scoos up for eating battles. Yep. Okay. So if I attack with Stonecoil Serpent, I have more mana than him, so I can do more things. If he blocks with Beast and Serpent, I'm killing only his Serpent, but then I'm eating both of them, so I'm getting an 8/8. I don't know if that's good enough, because then you can just beat in with the Questing Beast again. But if I pass, he attacks with Beast by itself. I have to block, which means I block with what, the Serpent? And then I have more green mana than him, so I can win that war. I guess. I mean, he's at 3, but I don't think that really matters. Yeah, he should be attacking with just the Beast, but he might be attacking with more. Yeah, we're gonna have to block. So we're gonna start the eating war now. I'll eat this. In response, you were trying to eat it. In response, I'll try to eat it. As long as we have more green mana, we'll always win this. So he's trying to eat the other one. In response, I'll eat the other one. In response, he's eating it again. And we'll eat it again. I think that our opponent may finally have realized that we're going to win this regardless. Okay, sure. So now there's no more Questing Beast, so there's no more free attacks from him, which is good. But sadly, we still can't attack. We're kind of just waiting for something here. So if I attack with an 8/8, he just blocks, and I kill one thing. Yeah. So Magic tends to get to a lot of board states like this, especially green versus green. We don't have lots of removal, where blocking is better than attacking because you can double block. That's a Yorvo. And generally whoever draws less lands is kind of favored. So his board is heavily favored actually. But the fact that I can double block if he attacks means that I should be okay. Another ooze. Yeah, we're just waiting for a top deck. Cards that we want to draw. Questing Beast can attack through anything because the Death Touch. I'm gonna bother not playing the land. If he wants to, he can hold one in his hand. we have 2 Vivian Arcbow that could start picking off his board, or upticking, making our creatures much bigger, and then get a creature from a sideboard eventually. Stone Cold Serpent's pretty big. He's eventually going to go to a point where he can just kind of Alpha Strike and try to kill us. Now we're drawing our 4th ooze. I get it, we got Scavenging Oozes, but at the moment they're just 2/2s. Come on. He can probably do some weird attacks here. Ooze Tribal, for real. You know what we need? We need to draw that 5 mana ooze that makes all the oozes bigger. We're just gonna play this max value as a 10/10. A card that he could easily have in his hand because we didn't have a Stone Cold Serpent is Gemraiser, and he wanted to wait for us to play something or to play it. So if he slams it here, I wouldn't be that surprised. And if he does, on a Stone Cold Serpent, we could just be dead. So actually Gemraiser would be a really good draw for us as well. Nope. Still just passing here. I have 9, 10, 11 lands. He has 7. So obviously he has a lot more creatures in play. Probably 4 more. Just waiting on a big spell. Hopefully he draws all 4 copies of his ooze as well. Is there there is not a creature limit. I can attest to that. Normally what happens is they kind of scrunch them all together that are similar. So like these, see how the 2/2s are scrunched together because they're both 2/2s? They'll do that. And they'll just get smaller and smaller and smaller. Like you notice how my creatures are huge and his are like that. It's pretty funny actually. Yeah, we're just gonna keep drawing lands. It's fine, you know, worst things have happened. This is great TV here. Just drawing lands for the last like 5 minutes. Oh, he drew a spell to think about, maybe? I think those things you would just slam here. Not sure what he could draw that he would think about. Is it time to attack? Okay, so we drew a Primal Might. Maybe he drew a land considering to play it or not. The scariest card. Let me think here. So we're going to do this for max value. And he's going to be able to eat it, but that's fine. We're going to put it on the Serpent here. So we're doing it as an 11. So Serpent, and then we'll block, or we'll kill Yorvo probably. And we're definitely attacking with the Serpent. It's just a question of attacking with anything else. I'll have to do a little math. Does he have some sort of removal spell response? That'd be insane. Guess those two all get bigger. And he does get to eat his Yorvo. We might be attacking with just the Serpent. He's going to have to trade off a lot of his board so he doesn't die, because this is 21 damage. So he's going to be able to trade a lot of his board off, eat it with his oozes, things like that. But this is still fine, right? So, doing a lot of math if I attack with everything, but I think there's probably ways that he lives and my creatures dies in like bad ways. So I'm just going to send in the Serpent. there's definitely a possibility I could have done math and it was right to attack all and he'd just be dead. That's definitely a possibility. But I'm really doing this for Captain, so that way he doesn't have a million creatures. So I'm doing 21 damage. So 7 plus 6 is 13. 13 plus 6 is 19. So I'll be able to kill the 7, the 6, and the 6. 13, 19, yeah, this is fine. So I'm trading 1 creature for 3. He's going to grow his ooze. It's going to become larger than my 8/8. Captain, the things that I do for you. But I would rather trade 1 8/8 ooze. Actually, it's going to be more than that. It's going to be like a 10/10. I'd rather trade 1 10/10 ooze and to 3 for 1 him. Actually, 4 for 1 him here. So we also have a lot more life, so he can't really attack. Unless he has a Primal Might. I'm not sure what he is thinking about here, honestly. Does he have some sort of instant? Does green play instants in their main deck? Maybe he has the one that fights? Or maybe he just disconnected. All possibilities. I mean, if he disconnected, it just goes straight to damage anyway. I wonder if that's ever a play. Like, they try to, like, next level people, where they just, like, these are the blocks, like, there's nothing is going to happen. Just rope all the way through, because that way your opponent would think they have something. Like a next level people. Well, I guess we're just going through all of his timeouts here. I believe he has one more after this. Yeah, one more timeout. So after this, we're going to be playing Mono Black Aggro, I believe. The deck list I got off that was going to be just some recent tournament win. Nothing too crazy. I haven't been playing Mono Black Aggro as much, but the reason I wanted to play it was because the card Aethergust has been seeing more main board play, and Mono Black obviously is not green or red, so it could dodge that card pretty well. Interesting. So he's either not there, or he forgot to eat a bunch of creatures on end step because I'm currently tapped out. Even if he's not there, I feel like we are a little better here. We have more lands, which means he has more lands to draw in his deck in general. And we just like 4 for 1'd him there with, what's that card called? The new Prey Upon? Primal Might. This card has extremely impressed me. It is 1 mana, fight, or just dump all of your mana into Trampler, which we just did, fight something, and then attack for like 20. So I don't think there's been a better iteration of that. So even though that game, you know, didn't go to its natural conclusion, I felt pretty good about it. That was game 1, but, you know, things happen. Opponents got to leave. They have things to do. So that's going to be our 3 matches with Mono Green. So YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, comment. I'm going to be posting more aggressive decks, so look for those. Mono Black, Mono Red. But for right now, hopefully you have a good day, and take care. King out.